Marjaba from Gracia. This is the Rorschach, Georgia update from the 5th of September, 2024. Quick summary of what's going down in Georgia. On Monday the 2nd, the Russian law officially came into effect. From now on, any organization or media outlet in Georgia that gets more than 20% of its funding from outside the country has to register as a foreign agent. As the law came into force, several small protests took place in Tbilisi, with activists and citizens voicing concern about its impact on civil society and media freedom. On Thursday the 5th, a member of the European Parliament weighed in on Georgia's political situation, predicting that the Georgian Dream, or Otsneba's current strategy, could cost them the next election. Parliament resumed discussions on a bill that could ban LGBTQ plus propaganda. I say these in quotes. If passed, this law would make it illegal to promote or support LGBTQ plus rights in Georgia publicly. This bill has caused a lot of outrage, and not just because it clearly violates the Constitution, many calling it a violation of basic human rights, which of course it is. Protests have already started both in Georgia and abroad, with human rights groups pushing back hard. The bill is part of the Kremlin-style anti-gay, fascist-adjacent messaging so popular with autocrats around the world these days. There was also some criticism about how the government handled the economy. On Monday the 2nd, Nika Nadiradze from the United National Movement, or Natsevi, criticized Otsneba for focusing on LGBTQ plus issues while the country is facing serious economic challenges. Nadiradze said that instead of addressing rising unemployment and poverty, Otsneba is using divisive issues like the Russian law to distract from the economic situation. Criticism saying that the government is out of touch with the real needs of the people, stirring concern that things might worsen if the focus does not shift. On Tuesday the 3rd, the village of Shukruti, an Otsneba member, died following a confrontation with opposition activists. The clash, which reportedly escalated into physical altercation, left the Otsneba member fatally injured. On Wednesday the 4th, President Zurabishvili didn't hold back when she criticized the ruling party. She said that Otsneba has shifted from being a dream to a nightmare. Zurabishvili's upset about the government's recent moves, particularly how close it is getting to Russia. She's pushing for Georgia to stick with its goal of joining the EU and NATO, and she thinks the current government is moving directly against that. Also on Wednesday, during a press conference, Tbilisi Mayor Kaladze, with a straight face, said that the government is laser-focused on one major goal: regaining Georgia's territorial integrity. This means trying to regain control over regions like South Ossetia and Abkhazia, which he said, oddly, were lost after the 2008 war against Russia. Kaladze said that the plan is all about diplomacy, peace, and development, and not going to war. He believes Georgia can achieve this through economic growth and creating a stable environment, not conflict. New messaging twist we see here that they will no doubt repeat until the election. The day before, on Tuesday the 2nd, Kaladze announced the construction of a new road that will connect Georgia with Armenia and Azerbaijan. Project is part of a broader plan to increase tourism and trade between the three Caucasus countries. The road will make travel easier and faster, helping businesses and tourists alike. Kaladze said that this would not only strengthen ties between the countries, but also boost Georgia's economy. On Thursday the 5th, a new public school was inaugurated in the town of Ureki in Guria. This new school can accommodate 600 students and is part of the government's larger plan to improve educational infrastructure across the country during the pre-election period. In some tragic news, on Thursday the 3rd, 2 railway workers in Tbilisi lost their lives in an accident when they were doing maintenance work on the tracks and a train unexpectedly arrived. The railway company expressed deep regret and condolences to the families of the victims while an investigation into the incident is underway. This has sparked controversy about the safety standards for workers in Georgia, with calls for stronger safety regulations. In more sad news, on Friday the 30th of August, a fire broke out at a gas station in Gurjani in Kakheti, leaving one person injured. Fire started in the early afternoon, quickly spread. Firefighters responded quickly, managed to contain the fire. The injured person was taken to a nearby hospital. Authorities are still investigating the cause of the fire, with some speculating that it may have been a gas leak. On Sunday, the 1st, there was another fire, but this time in the capital. A fire broke out at a shopping center in Tbilisi's Guldani district, forcing an evacuation and damaging several stores. The fire started in one of the shops, quickly spread, but no one was seriously injured, but the damage to the shopping center was extensive. Moving on to weather, on Saturday the 7th, heavy rains and a tornado wreaked havoc in Zubidi, in Samegrelo, causing significant damage to homes and infrastructure. The sudden storm brought down trees, flooded streets, left parts of the town without electricity. Emergency services have been working to clear debris and restore electricity to affected areas. Local authorities estimate that dozens of homes were damaged. The storm has prompted the government to consider more measures to prepare for natural disasters as extreme weather events become more frequent in Georgia. On a brighter note, on Tuesday the 3rd, 21-kilometer road leading to the Gomis Mtar Resort was finally reopened after major repairs. The road has been in rough shape for a while, making it hard for people to visit the resort. Now that it's been restored, they're hoping to bring more tourists to the area. Speaking of tourism, Georgia's set to host its first ever World Tourism Day next month. The event will feature representatives from over 50 countries. The government is hoping this event will help put Georgia on the map as a top tourist destination, give them something to cover on TV other than Kobachidze, and local businesses are gearing up to take full advantage of the opportunity. In sports news, on Wednesday, the 4th Prime Minister Irakli Zurabishvili and Tbilisi Mayor Kachi Kaladze met with Georgia's national football team to congratulate them on their recent achievements in international tournaments, specifically the European Cup. The event took place in Tbilisi, both leaders praising the team for representing Georgia on the global stage. To close out this edition, some cultural news. On Saturday, the first One Caucasus Festival brought people from Georgia, Armenia, Azerbaijan together. This festival is about celebrating the shared cultures of South Caucasus with food, music, and arts, especially important because of the ongoing political tensions between Armenia and Azerbaijan. And that's it for this week. Thanks for joining us. We hope you're enjoying the Rorschach Georgia Update as much as we enjoy making it. Don't forget to subscribe on your favorite podcast platform to keep up with what's going down in Georgia. Nachmandis.